This is 2nd Ezra 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. This is Revelations 1:3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear these words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Makafadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the Hofi elect. Shalom. Yahweh, being in the name of God, who the world ignorantly calls God. Bahashim, in the name Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Again, it's not God, it's not Jesus Christ. It's Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai. Those are the true names of the Heavenly Father and His Son. And those are the names you are going to need to call on in these times to come and save you. Ain't no other name given among men whereby we must be saved. The only true names that are going to save you is Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai. And they're coming back to redeem the 1/3 of the elect, which you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native, and Seminole Indians. And 2/3 are slated for a sore destruction. This your brother Shadak Shar, and I'm coming back with another quick lesson, basically going into, it's our duty to speak to our people the words of prophecy, letting our people know what is finna happen here in the near future and what is to come, what people is about to witness, along with Jacob's trouble, along with martial law, along with, sedition among men, persecution, all these prophecies that's been talked about through scriptures. We supposed to speak that to y'all and letting y'all know what is to come. You see, that way you can say that we never knew, just as well as the Charagma, that's spoken of in Revelations the 13th chapter. And we're going to talk about that today. That's a prophecy that's finna come. And that prophecy is right at the door. You have many countries, partaking in this mischievous device. You see? And I say mischievous because if you look up mischievous, it goes into foulness and causing trouble. You see, this mischievous device will cause trouble for those in the near future. It's going to be made mandatory for you to accept that Charagma. And if you are going to accept that, then you will be in violation. And that violation will cause you to lose your life. You see? But I'm going to jump straight into it, man. And I hope it be edifying. I'm going to read this again. It says, blessed is the man that readeth and that hear the words of this prophecy. So favor be unto that man that readeth, man. And knowing this, that if you read, you will know what is going on. If Yahweh Shemashah is dealing with you. You see, if he have that understanding within you, And blessed be the man that heareth the words of prophecy, man. Because this is our whole duty as being watchmen, speaking in y'all ears of prophecy. Like it said in 2nd Ezra 15. It says, blessed is the man that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein. You got to keep everything that is written inside this book. You got to believe everything. You see? You can't just believe one part and cast the other off to the side. No. It says keep those things, right? Which are written therein, for the time is at hand, and that time is near. You got to believe in the whole message. You see? Hearkening of the sound of the trumpet. And he has appointed the prophets as being watchmen for the house of Israel. This is why it's important for you to hear the message that they tell from Yahweh Bashar Shah. It says in the NLT, it says, the Most High blesses the ones who reads the words of this prophecy to the church, and he blesses all who listen to its message and obey what it said, for the time is near. And that Charagma is right at the door, man. You see? Let's get 2 Ezra 15:1 again. It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. And this is what we are doing. Giving y'all that alert. Like, this is what is about to come. This is what is about to happen. It says, speak thou in the ears of my people, the Israelites. That way people can't say when they be before Yahweh Bashar Shah here in this near future when he returned, I never knew. There's no excuse for that. You see, because he said watchmen to deliver his message. Yahweh Bashar Shah always sent the messenger. Always. It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth. The words of prophecy come from on high. This ain't of us. Yahweh Bashar Shah put the words in our mouth to speak. It says, saith the Lord, man. You see, we doing what we are commanded to do. And it says, verse 2, it says, and cause them to be written in paper. The scriptures. These prophecies is written down on paper. It says, for they are faithful and true, because we seeing what the scriptures is speaking on now. World War III. World War II and World War I and World War II is already passed. But World War III is on the way. And the scriptures speak on that as well. Just as well as Jacob's trouble. Just as well as martial law. Even in this same book, it talks about sedition among men. And Esau, Edom, in the next chapter, a great insurrection. Oh, in this same book too as well. You see, if you read down unto it, famine. You see, all this is prophecy that's soon to be here. It says, verse 3, it says, fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee. What is that talking about? Their unbelief. Just because a person doesn't believe, prophecy is not going to happen. Prophecy is still going to happen. You see, it says, fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So if you don't believe, right, that World War III is coming, that Jacob's trouble is coming, that sedition among men isn't coming, then you're going to be counted worthy of that prophecy. You're going to be part of it. You're going to die. And if you don't believe that the Charagma is here and that it is the mark of the beast, that will be your reward. And if you accept that Charagma, then you're going to be tormented with fire and brimstone. It says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. You see? So let's go get Revelation 13. This is Romans 13. It's Salakia. This is Revelations 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. You know, that wicked beast system. That old Roman Empire. You see, it says that the image of the beast shall both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast shall be killed. So if you ain't trying to worship, if you refuse to worship, if you refuse to not accept, right, you will be killed for it. And many people is going to be killed for it. Because some of the people ain't going to want to take that Charagma. And some people will give in. Verse 16, it says, and he calls it all. Who calls it? Esau, Edom. He requires everyone, right? He calls it all, both small and great, right? It doesn't matter your status in Babylon the Great. You see, it don't matter if you the governor. It don't matter if you the mayor. Hell, it don't even matter if you the secretary. It don't matter who you are. He requires everyone to accept the Charagma. He want everybody to be Charagma'd, right? It says both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, right? It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. It doesn't matter if you're in jail or out of jail. It doesn't matter who you are. He wants everyone to receive this Charagma. It says free and bond to receive a mark. What is that mark? Charagma. In their right hand or in their foreheads. You see, and in the little video clip that I had posted from one of the brothers in Birmingham, Alabama, GMS Birmingham, Alabama, he posts these Charagma videos, and I repost them when I see them. And inside that video, one of those Edomites said that we can track, control, and identify. And that's what they want. They want total control, man. You know? And if you accept that, you're going to be tracked all the time. You're going to be controlled. Right? Basically, you're going to be a digital slave, man. You see, let's look up some of these words. Let's get that word causative. It says to make with the names of things, made, to produce, construct, form, fashion, right? To make ready, right? To be the author of the cause, to make ready, to prepare, to produce, to bear, to shoot forth, to acquire, to provide a thing for oneself, to make a thing out of something, right? Constitute, appoint one, anything, to appoint, ordain one, to put forth, to let out, to make one do something, cause one, you know. It says to perform, you know. This will be the new fashion. And they gonna make it seem like this is something that you should have. You know, that you can put your own money, you can put, you know, your medical statements. They gonna make it seem like this is something that you should have. And without this mark, right, without this charagma, you ain't gonna be able to be a part of the society, man. If you don't have this charagma, you basically gonna be outcasted, right? Let's get another word. Let's see. Get that word all. Individually, each, every, any, all, the whole, everything, everyone, all things, right? So he wants everybody to partake in this mischievous device that's going to be causing a lot of trouble. Let's get another one. Look up that word receive. It says to give something to someone of one's own accord, to give one something to his advantage. So this is going to be an advantage. And people is going to extend their arm, right? To supply, flourish, necessary thing. They're going to make it seem like it's necessary to have, right? Yeah, Esau Edom gonna be that drug dealer offering something, offering a new product that will cause you to lose your life. Let's look up that word mark. Okay, I thought it was finna stop for that word mark. It's charagma. A stamp, an imprint, a mark, right? It says of a mark stamped on the forehead, right? It says a badge of followers of the Antichrist, and we know there's many Antichrists. Graven work, idolatrous images, and it says a badge, in the Strong's definitions, a badge of servitude. Let's click this word servitude. It says the state of being a slave, completely subjected to someone more powerful. Slavery. So you're going to be a digital slave. You see, a digital slave if you receive this mark. So let's keep reading. It says, verse 17, that no man might buy or sell. So without this charagma, you ain't going to be able to buy or sell. You ain't going to be able to be part of society without this charagma. It says, save he that hath the mark, or the number of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is a number of a man, and his number is 600. 666, 666. You see, this is that mark of the beast. You see, that charagma, the MOTB. Now let's get the punishment if you receive that mark. This is Revelations 14:9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, so if you follow that beast system, right, and receive that charagma, right, it says, and receive his mark, which is the charagma, in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, right? So you're going to be part of that, the whole destruction, receiving that whole missile. Ain't no skipping around it. You played your part in accepting that charagma. It says the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture, into a cup of his indignation. You know, that righteous anger. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb. So you're going to be tormented with that fire and brimstone. That will be your reward for accepting that charagma. Say no to the charagma, man. Don't let this don't let this get you in violation. In that violation to get you to lose your life. Continue to pray and believe in Yahweh Shemashah. Stick close to Yahweh Shemashah. Make this truth your refuge. You see, stick close to Yahweh Shemashah. Constantly pray unto him. But hey, I hope this, the lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Makafadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the whole elect. Till the next time I say.